Hey there, grade 9s. Welcome to lesson 2 of chapter 6. In this lesson, we're going to be solving equations by using balancing strategies. So let's say we've got something like this. So these little green squares represent a variable. So if I actually rewrite what we have, here and these represent like a constant. Okay, it doesn't matter if it's positive or negative, but we can just use it as an example. So if I was to say this is like 4a, and then we've got 6 there, so let's say plus 6 equals 7a. Okay? So basically what I'm doing, and I'm going to show both models at the same time, is I'm going to try to balance out everything that I have. Okay? So if I have 4a here, and I have 7a over here, and they're currently balanced, if I was to remove this 4a, and I was to remove 4a over here, would they still be balanced? Well, yeah, I'm removing the same amount from both sides. So technically what's happening is I'm taking 4a away, and I'm taking 4a away. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so we've got 4a that are gone there, and then we've got our 4a that are gone there. So what am I left with? As I can see with my balance, I've got positive 6 equals 3a. Okay. Now, I can try to figure out how much each of these individual little circles weigh on my scale by dividing it. Okay, so basically if I take 1, how many can I take out at a time? Okay, so I'm going to basically divide by 3, so I'm going to get that 2 equals a in this example. Okay, so I can continue to use this balance scale for some other situations. So let's recreate another one. All right. So let's say we've got 6 A's. Oops, wrong color. I'll have 2 over here, and then I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on this side, and then for my A's, I'll do those in green. We'll have 6 A's over here, and we'll have 4 A's over here. So keep in mind, the middle right here represents my my equal sign. Okay, so over on this side, I'm going to have 6a plus 2. I'm going to say that it's equal to 4a plus 10. Okay, so I'm going to use the same method that I just previously used, but this time I'm going to have a little bit on both sides. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to try to get rid of the 4a over here because I have more a's over here. So if I remove these 4 a's, that means I have to remove 4 a's on this side. Okay, so what did I do? I removed 4 a's from both sides. Okay, so what am I left with now? I've got 2a plus 2 equals 10. Now, can I do something with the 10s? Yeah, I can remove the 2 here, and then I can remove 2 over here. So what am I doing? I'm removing 2 from both sides. So this is how we balance out our equation. So what am I left with? On my left side, I've got 2a. On my right side, I now have 8. Okay? So now I can try to split them up into groups. So I can kind of regroup these so I can have 2 groups. So 1 there and 1 there. So I'll eventually have 1 and 1. So I'm going to say a equals 4 as I go and I divide both sides by 2. So this is how I'm actually going to go about balancing my equations. Okay? I can do it with other things other than actually just using a scale. Okay? I can use integer tiles as well. So I'm going to use red and blue. Okay? Red represents negative, blue represents positive, just like we were using with polynomials. So what if we have something like this? If I've got 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then this is going to be broken up to my other side, which I'll have 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so let's look at what this actually looks like. So what would my equation be? Okay, my equation in this situation is going to be negative 3c plus 7 equals, here we've got 2c minus 8. Okay, so what can I do? I technically need to make 0 pairs. Okay, so what can I do? I can look at this side. Let's say I want to get rid of these 2. What do I have to do? That means I have to add 2 more. Okay, so now I've got 2 more over here. Okay, that allows these ones to cancel each other out. Positive and negative c's are going to cancel each other out, so these are gone. So we technically have our like terms. So these are gone. So my next line, as I write it out, now I have negative 5c plus 7 equals negative 8. Okay. Now, if I want to balance out my constants or my numbers, okay, I have to once again create some 0 pairs. So I'm going to create 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which means I have to add 7 over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So these ones cancel each other out. So they are technically gone. So I'm left with negative 5c equals, now I've got negative 15. So these are gone. Now, what do I have to do? I basically need to try to group these as much as possible so that I have 5 groups. Well, I've already kind of got them lined up in a way that I can group them. So if I divide this by negative 5, okay, divide this by negative 5, I'm going to say c equals 5. Okay, c equals 5. So, yeah, technically these are turning into blue tiles, but it still works out. Okay, because technically normally our tiles would be double-sided, so we'd be able to flip them over if we divide by a negative. Okay, so that is kind of a quick intro to how we're going to use the balance scale. Basically, we just need to get our left side and our right side to equal with each other. We'll go through more examples in class when we're all together and when we're online. Okay. If you have any questions, bring them to the Zoom or bring them to class, and good luck.